So we've talked about committing to the 80-20 principle. We've talked about the big rocks and the importance of priorities and focusing on, and that 20% of your big rocks. Now I want us to talk about going extreme Pareto, all right? Taking it to another level. And in his book, The One Thing, Gary Keller and Jay Papasan talk about the lead domino being the one thing. Now, again, it's not the only thing, but it's the lead domino that will put everything else in motion. Now, we've all talked about or created to-do lists from time to time, and that can be daunting. We can get caught up candidly in the 80% if the list is too long. So to get to the extreme Pareto, let's say you have an item of 10 lists on your to-do lists. What is the top 5 of those items? And then you're going to create a success list, which is the priorities. Those are your top 20%. Now the extreme Pareto is taking that 5, and what's the number one thing of that 5? What's the first thing of that 5 that's most important, the biggest rock, so to speak, that will then trigger everything else, the progression of everything else. Now in your business, as I mentioned, it's lead generation. It's having conversations with your prospects, your candidates, your sphere of influence about real estate. How can you help serve them? How can you help solve problems that they may be having in their real estate? Are they aware of the value of the equity they have in their home because of the appreciation we've had in the market in the last few years? It's providing value. Do they need a vendor that you know? Do they need a painter, an electrician, a handyman? The other day I was talking to someone, they need an insurance agent. They had to reprice their insurance because, as you know, insurance has gone through the roof, no pun intended. So what is that extreme Pareto? So we've talked about the Pareto Principle, we've talked about the big rocks, and now we're going extreme. So what is that one thing you got to do in each area of your life that's going to be that big rock? That's going to be that first domino. For some, in your health, it might be exercising. Because once we start exercising, we're going to start watching what we eat. We're going to start watching what we drink and being made more aware of our nutrition. So find that big rock. Get extreme on the Pareto Principle, because when we commit to it, if we truly believe it, like we've been talking about this whole month, then we'll start thinking on it and acting on it and behaving like it. And yes, we will be living passionately.